You made it. You broke through. You earned the title. You're in the room. That board seat is yours. So, why in the world do you still feel like you're faking it? That's not weakness. That's not insecurity. That's what it feels like when you are the first to climb a ladder that wasn't built for you. Let's talk about why imposter syndrome hits hardest when you finally get the seat and what you can actually do about it. Here's a plot twist that no one prepares you for. Imposter syndrome doesn't disappear with success, it scales with it. The higher that you rise, the fewer faces that look like yours, the less feedback you get, the more pressure you carry, the more politics, performance, and perception you're managing. You don't just carry your goals or intentions if you set those instead of goals. You carry your community, your family, and the weight of being the representative. Now, if you don't believe that, how many times have you sat watching the news and flinched when they said the perpetrator was a black male in his late 20s and blah, 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 blah? It hits, and it hits hard sometimes. So when you feel all of that isolation and pressure, it's not insecurity. That's your survival reflex. That's what happens when the room doesn't fully trust you and you don't trust them. You start to question yourself. Let's get real. Black women are expected to lead with perfection and patience. Somebody is demeaning or dismissive to you, you're just expected to say, "Oh, I'm sure he didn't mean that. She didn't mean that the way she said it." And here's the thing: you can't be too loud because then you're the angry black woman in the room. Too quiet, then you're weak. And this was why my first couple of leadership roles seemed so difficult. I was quiet, I was soft spoken, and I was immediately declared to be weak. And well, she just got the job because she black. Yeah, I know. It bites. It bites, doesn't it? And you can't be too confident because then you're arrogant. And then too vulnerable, you're unstable. Now, I never cried at work, but in my car, I will say, yeah, I ugly cried on my way home so many days. Sometimes I cried all weekend long from the stress of what was going on at work in my office. So you learn to shape shift, you learn to over deliver, you mentor and give away all your knowledge to everybody, you apologize for winning. And when the doubt creeps in, then you call it imposter syndrome. But here's what it really is. It's not that you're unqualified. It's that the space was never designed to affirm you. It's that being the only makes every win feel like an audition that you hope you finally pass, but then you keep on auditioning and auditioning. You're not imagining this, you're trying to adapt to it. So let's reframe this. Imposter syndrome isn't always a confidence issue, it's often a context issue. You're not broken, the culture is. When your brilliance is constantly being doubted, delayed, demeaned, dismissed, or diluted, y'all, I'm on it with the D's today. I'm on this. I'm on it today. Did I miss any of them? If I did, drop them in the comments for me, okay? Your brain starts to internalize that as maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm the problem. But you're not. You're not the problem. You're the proof. See, you're the evidence, the edge. So let's stop trying to fix imposter syndrome with affirmations and start dismantling the systems and the scripts that created in the first place. So these are the 3 shifts that you need to make to stop shrinking. Number 1, stop waiting to feel like you're ready. Move like you belong. Imposter syndrome says you need more experience. Leadership says you just need to make the decision. Just make the decision. Every exec, white male, or mediocre feels uncertain sometimes. They just act and make the decision anyway. And of course, you course correct if it's needed. And don't accept the BS that, well, because you made a mistake, you're not ready. It's you need more experience. No, remember that men are judged on potential and women are judged on performance when promotions are being considered. If you're in the room, you're qualified to shape it. Bottom line. Number 2, build that circle that sees you without you needing to perform and put on the mask and mask up. Not just, you don't need just mentors who polish your LinkedIn, but you need allies who call you out and who call you forward. Find or create a space where you can be powerful and human at the same time. One group chat with other Black women execs is worth more than 50 strategy conversations with people who don't, who won't, or can't get you. And then 3, turn visibility into leverage, not pressure. You're not just representing, you're reconditioning how leadership looks. That's heavy, but it's also powerful. So instead of dimming down, start documenting your wins. Instead of shrinking, take up deliberate space. I am one who has always, when I'm in a conference room, and no matter how nervous I may be feeling, I will lean back and take up space at my desk, at a table, or what have you. Take up space, stop shrinking, because when you're doing this outwardly, it means you're shrinking inwardly. Speak up, speak first, speak last, speak in between, but do speak up because you don't just deserve the seat, you deserve the volume that comes with it. So let me tell you this. If you feel like an imposter, it's not because you're not enough. It's because the room was never built with you in mind. But here you are, at the table, in the room, holding the mic. You didn't just sneak in, you were summoned. So from now on, don't shrink to fit the room. Expand it. So I want you to drop this in the comments. I didn't sneak in here. I belong here. And then share this with every Black woman exec who still doubts herself in between the applause. And be sure to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe here if you're done leading from perfection and ready to lead from power. Because the next level, it's not about proving, it's about owning. And you should watch this video next for a much deeper dive on how imposter syndrome can be a silent career killer. Thanks for watching. Ready to turn today's clarity into real progress? I'd love to support you. Click the link in the descriptions to connect. I'm Dr. Twanna, an executive coach for Black women, and I'll see you in the next one.